Hi, good morning. This is Ashley and Sarah, Soul Studio, downtown Boise. We are here for a meditation practice and we would love for you to join us. So you can find a spot on your mat or a blanket, wherever you are. Just get comfortable. I like to uncross my legs because my feet will fall asleep, but you can sit however you want. The important part when you're sitting, I like to sit up elevated. It just helps keep my posture straight. So what we're trying to do is work our breath from top all the way down to the bottom of our body and then back up again. And so we're really pushing that life force throughout our entire body. And that does work best if you're straight, if your spine is straight. So whether you're sitting or laying, find a comfortable position. And let's just start to breathe together and find our breath, settle our minds. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Again. Continue to breathe at your own pace. Just trying to start finding some stillness in your mind. It's Friday morning. It's beautiful outside. Although it's freezing cold, it's very beautiful. And in the wintertime, that's our time to slow down. So instead of thinking about a million things you have to do today, this weekend, your plans, who needs you, try to just find some time on your mat to find some stillness. Part of the point of meditation is getting past your busy analytical mind and bringing yourself to some calm. Sometimes that can be really hard to do. And we do that by focusing on our breath. So continue these inhales through your nose. Continue long exhales through your mouth. And we're going to sit in this for just a couple moments together. Let all the air out of your body. And let's inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale and exhale. Continue this at your own steady pace. Eventually, you're working to get your exhales a little bit longer than your inhales. So maybe you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold that at the top for just a moment, and then you exhale for 5, potentially even 6 seconds. You're inhaling through your nose, and you're exhaling slowly through your mouth. Try it on your own. See if you can get the exhales just a little bit longer. Try your hardest to just shut off your brain and focus on this breathing cadence that you have going. You'll probably have a lot of thoughts pop in your brain. I know I do. Try to just think about it, acknowledge that the thought was there. Don't try to solve it, and try not to tie any emotion to it. Just let the thought pass by like a cloud in the sky. You see it overhead, it passes overhead, and then it goes off into the distance, and you just return to your breath. You don't always have to solve everything, and you don't always have to have the answer. In fact, your analytical brain that's at the forefront is always coming up with answers for you. It's feeding your ego, it's relying on past information, past experiences. And I've found that the truth of how you really feel is behind that analytical mind. So tell her to be quiet. Tell those thoughts to just keep on passing because you're not thinking about that right now. Continue finding that breath. I'd like you to imagine that you're standing outside in the grass. It's warm, not hot, not cold. You can feel the sun on your face. You can feel the blades of grass in between your toes. Maybe there's a slight breeze. Maybe not. Just feel your feet on the earth as you continue to breathe. Before you know it, all the buildings, everything you see in front of you clears away, and all you can see is grassy field as far as you can see. You begin to take some steps forward, walking through the grass barefoot. You can still feel the sun. You're not hot or cold, but you feel just perfect outside. You look up into the sky and you see the light from the sun. Try to inhale that light through the top of your head and into your heart. With every inhale, you're filling your body with this light from the sun. And on your exhales, you're pushing that light down your spine, down into the earth. Inhaling the light, filling your chest, filling your belly. Maybe you want to hold it in for a little bit longer before you exhale that light slowly through your body and into the ground. Try to imagine this for some breath cycles on your own. For some, it's easy to visualize. For others, it's not. And that's okay. That's why it's a practice. What do you notice around you? If those thoughts keep coming in your brain, just push them down into the earth. Let the earth take care of them for you for a moment. All those thoughts and problems will be there when you get back. For now, we're just breathing in the sun and filling our heart. When you start to feel like your heart feels full and those worries have subsided slightly, we're going to switch directions of this light. Now I'd like you to imagine looking down at the grass, like like there's a little window into the core of the earth. And you can see all the way into the center. As you find more light, it's different light, but it's there. Now I want you to imagine inhaling the light from the center of the earth, from the core, all the way up your body, up through your belly, up through your chest, up through your throat, up the top of your head, and out the crown, sending it back up to the sun and letting it go. Inhaling the energy from the earth, pulling it up your spine, out the top of your head. You should feel a little bit more energized and a little bit more full. You're welcome to stop here if you've had enough, or you can just continue. Continue to breathe. Continue to find a different source of light, either from above or below. If you're still here with me standing in the grass, let's take a few steps forward. Or you see a little grassy hill full of beautiful wildflowers. Don't worry, you're not allergic to them. Just look at their beauty. What colors do you see? Do you see all the colors? Maybe just one stands out. As you look over in the distance, you see somebody standing over there. They don't scare you. You're grateful they're there. I want you to picture someone in your mind that you're grateful for. And walk closer to them. You know who they are. You can feel their energy. You might even be able to see the energy around them. Just look at that person and tell them what you're grateful for. When you feel grateful, you don't really feel anything else. You feel love, you feel happiness. It might bring up emotions, and that's okay. Just acknowledge them and let them float by. I want you to say thank you to this person that you're grateful for as you walk back over where you were and they fade into the distance. Continuing your breath, you sit down in the grass. And just breathe. Everything you need is right inside of you. Your breath is what carries you. I want you to remember that as you face different decisions and choices that you have to make today. Remember that your analytical mind is forging to the front, trying to control everything, trying to control your thoughts, your ego, save face. It makes you feel defensive. It makes you worry about what other people think of you. You don't have to worry about those things. 9 times out of 10, you're wrong. Just because you had the thought doesn't make it real. So acknowledge that thought and let it go. Try to create some space between your thoughts and your decisions. If you're still here with me, thank you. You've now been meditating for, over 15 minutes. Sometimes that feels impossible to just sit still for 15 minutes. Whether you have 5 minutes, 10, 15, 30, an hour, you don't need a lot of time. You just need to shut off your brain. We're going to transition into a slow yoga flow. I invite you to continue meditating if you are comfortable here. But if you'd like to incorporate just a little bit of movement into your body this morning, let's go ahead and push our bolsters, our blankets, and I'm going to take my socks off. And let's just start in a tabletop position. Oops, I just didn't my phone. All right, now we're starting in a tabletop position. Your hips are over your knees, your shoulders are over your wrists. Your back is in a neutral position right now. And I want you to release all the air out of your body. And on an inhale, zip up the belly and begin to curve your spine upwards into a cat position. And on your exhale, you'll sink down, lift your chest and your tailbone up into a cow. Inhale at your own pace for cat. Exhale for cow. Inhale again. And exhale. Continue that at your own pace. I figure out what happened to the music. Begin to find your way back to a neutral position. And I'd like you to spread your knees open just a little bit and sink your hips back onto your heels and find a child's pose. And just breathe here for a few breath cycles. Blink your eyes open and work back up into your tabletop position. Bring your knees in, curl your toes under, send your hips to the sky as you work your way into your first downward dog. Maybe you begin to pedal your feet. You're holding really strong into your palms here. Make sure your shoulders are back, they're not up by your ears. Find some stillness in your downward dog. And slowly begin to walk to the center of your mat, staying hinged over, gluing your chest to your thighs and grabbing a hold of each arm. Begin to find some sway back and forth for ragdoll. Begin to find some stillness. Let your hands reach back to the mat. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, root to rise all the way up, saluting the sun. In prayer hands as you fold back over into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing firmly into your feet. Reverse swan dive up to the sky, saluting the sun. Finding your cactus arms. Back up on your inhale and forward fold on your exhale. We're working hard to link our breath to movement in yoga. That's the whole point. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, saluting the sun. Good, Sarah. Exhale, forward fold. Take as much time as you need on this forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Allow your hands to reach the front of your mat as you step your feet back and find your downward dog. Now here, you're welcome to move to your knees or to stay in a high plank position, whichever you're feeling. I find it depends on where I'm at in my lady cycle, to be honest. If I'm at the beginning, I feel awesome and I'm planking it up. If I'm about to start, then I'm definitely keeping my knees on the ground. So do what works for you. From your plank position, you will push forward on your toes as you roll forward and slowly lower yourself down to the mat. Inhale to about baby cobra. Exhale, forward or downward dog. Again, plank position. Inhale as you lift from your toes. Lower yourself halfway down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. I'd like you to inhale your right leg up high to the sky. Bend your knee and stack your hips open to the other side of the room. This is a three-legged dog. Lift your leg back up high and sink back down to your downward dog. The other side. Inhale that left leg up high to the sky. Bend your knee and then stack your hips, rotating them open to the left side of the room. If you look over your right shoulder, you probably see your foot. Say hello. Inhale back up high and exhale, lower down. We'll work our way into a lunge now. You can stay on your knees for this lunge or you can be up on your feet. It's your choice. Inhale, right leg up high. Exhale, zip up. Yeah, you're zipping up your belly and moving your knee towards your elbow so that your foot lands by your thumb. The key to that part is zipping up your belly. So we'll work on that over time. Inhale your chest up off of your thigh and send your hands to the back of the room, palms facing each other, creating a nice long line. Inhale your arms up high, biceps by your ears. Work to prayer, heart center. Take a moment and breathe here. Hold it. Tell yourself something you're grateful for. Let your hands find the mat. Step your foot back and take it through your flow. Great job. Other side. Inhale your left leg up high. Zip up your belly. Squeeze, 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 and send your foot through to your thumb. Feel your steadiness. Again, it's okay if you're here on your knee. Peel your chest up off your body and send your arms to the back of the room so they're facing each other. Inhale, rise up to your crescent lunge. Find your prayer center. Inhale. Exhale, let your hands meet the floor. Step your foot back. Once again, take it through that flow. Go easy on yourself. You don't need to be a rock star today. Okay, let's work on just a couple warriors to get started. I'm gonna just scoop my mat back slightly. Sarah, you're doing great. Stay where you are. All right, from a downward dog, inhale your right leg up high. Exhale, step it through. You'll spin and plant your back foot so it's parallel with the mat. Find your strong, sturdy legs and inhale with those crescent lunge arms, rising to your warrior one. Your warrior one, your knee is not overextended. It's back a little. You can see your big toe on the inside of your knee and you can see your pinky toe on the outside. That back leg is strong and steady. Your glutes are engaged. Shoulders squared off to the front of the room to the best you can. Your biceps are straight up by your ears. Good job, Sarah. Inhale. And on your exhale, rotate your hips, keeping the same base, opening up into warrior two. Hold. Just breathe. Cartwheel your arms down to the floor. Step your foot back and take it through your flow. Keep syncing your movement with your breath. Yoga means to yoke. We're yoking our breath with our movement. Inhale your left leg up high. Exhale, step it through. Spin and plant that back foot. Inhale and rise. Your strong warrior one on the other side. Can you sink just a little lower without extending? Inhale up. Exhale, open to warrior two. And hold this. When you're ready, cartwheel your arms down to the mat. Step your foot back. And take it through a flow. We're going to add on to that warrior. Inhale, right leg up high. Exhale, step it through. Spin and plant and rise to your warrior one. Good job. That's right. We've got this now. Inhale, open to warrior two. Reverse your palm and paint the sky as you keep your base exactly the same and reverse your warrior. You're not dumping into this back leg. Your arm isn't even really doing anything back here. You're keeping that strong base and gazing at your hand and that beautiful paint job you left on the sky. Return to warrior two. Sink a little lower. Cartwheel your arms down. Step your foot back and flow. You're welcome to take a rest at any time. Child's pose is a great place to be. Inhale your left leg up high to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Spin and plant that back foot and rise to warrior two. Inhale, lift. And on your exhale, glide open to warrior two. Spin and, what am I doing here? I'm rotating my palm and I'm keeping my base the same, and we're going to paint the sky and reverse that warrior. Anatomy's hard, you guys. I'm like, what is this thing? Let's rotate back to warrior two. Sink in just a little lower. Cartwheel your arms down to the floor. Step your foot back and flow. Good job, everybody. Let's drop to our knees and take a seat in hero's pose and find some breath. You should feel nice and warm. Do you feel warm, Sarah? You might have had your palms facing down earlier, but now I want you to face those palms up. You've fired up. You've pushed your analytical brain to the side. All we're doing here is breathing and moving our body. And if you can feel your palms up, you can feel the energy that you're receiving from those around you or the earth. Sarah and I believe that we energetically have the same brain, so we got lots of energy pumping in this room. I'd like you to find yourself on your sitting bones, your feet out in front of you. I'd like you to hinge forward at your hips, trying to keep your back straight. This is not something where you're curving your spine. And just try to reach out for your toes, reach forward. If you can reach them, awesome. If you can't, don't worry. The key is to keep your spine straight as possible in this area and then hinge forward. Good job. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of your legs, but without wrenching your back. And eventually you'll be able to go farther and farther and farther. Inhale back up. Let's move one leg out to the right side of the room. Inhale your arms up overhead. Turn towards your foot, and again, hinge forward the best you can. You might go far, you might not. One side might be more flexible than another, and that's okay too. Just continue to breathe and feel that stretch. Inhale your arms back up. Switch out your legs. Try to not run into your neighbor. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, your arms down. And let's put your feet in a butterfly position. Your feet can kind of be out or it can be closer, whichever is comfortable for you. Again, just like we've been saying, keep that back nice and straight. And you might forward fold slightly. You might not. Just take some breaths here. Crisscross your legs and roll forward onto all fours. Let's rise up onto our knees. Inhale, arms up. Clasp your fingers together and show me your pointer finger. Inhale, rise up, and on your exhale, go over to the left side of the room. You're swinging your hips out just slightly, not trying to do anything weird with our knees, just trying to feel a nice stretch here on this side of the body. Great. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the other side. This is kind of a modified crescent moon. Your core should be engaged. Your glutes are engaged here. Biceps up by those ears. Your hips are going to the right. Your body is going to the left. So you feel that nice stretch. Back up and let your hands sink down next to you. We'll go for a small camel. We would like to do a heart opener since we've been working on filling our heart with light this morning and practicing thinking about someone that we're grateful for, saying thank you to them. So we'll begin by supporting your back. It's really, you might also widen your knees just a little bit. It's super important to keep your glutes, your thighs, and your belly engaged in this so that you don't wrench on your back at all. What you'll do is look up to the ceiling and slowly work your way back. Maybe your hands meet your heels, maybe they don't. Just let your heart be open. Inhale the light. Slowly work your way back up, rounding down into a child's pose, releasing any tension in your back, maybe wiggling around just a little bit. Sometimes camel pose can bring up emotions. We're in a pretty vulnerable state when our heart is that open. Sometimes I find myself in tears right after camel. It's interesting. It's okay if you feel those emotions. Just like you feel those thoughts, they show up, you let them go by. Just breathe. You're doing great. At your own pace, I'd like you to work your way onto your back. So your feet are at the front of the room and your head is towards the back. Normally that would be opposite, but since we are recording, we're here for you, America. Inhale your legs up straight in front of you and let your arms follow. Dead bug. Just feel a little inversion here. Let the blood flow into your core. As you lower, grab a hold of your right knee and just below your right knee and pull it up into your right underarm. Squeeze nice and tight. Let your left foot sink down to the floor and your heels touching the ground. And pull that leg in nice and tight into your right side. With your left hand, keep a hold of your knee. Let your right arm go out to the right side of you and lay your palm flat on the ground. As you pull your leg over the side of your body, be sure to keep your elbow or your shoulder blades on the ground. Again, that will just support your back. So you feel a little twist here, but not too much. Continue to breathe like we've been doing this whole time. Don't lose it now. Inhale your legs back into center. Hold yourself nice and tight. Give yourself a hug. Tell yourself thank you for showing up today. Keep a hold of that left leg just like we did before. Send your right leg out in front of you and to the ground. Holding that left leg really tight into the left side of your body. Feeling the restriction of blood flow. Squeeze, squeeze. With your right hand, keep a hold of under your knee. Your left hand goes out flat on the ground next to you, and you slowly rotate over to the right side of the room, keeping those shoulder blades nice on the ground. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back to center for a nice little hug. And then you might find happy baby. I feel like I'm not going to do happy baby for the camera, so you're welcome at home. Sarah, you're such a great model. Slowly lower back down to the ground, where we complete arguably the hardest posture there is, shavasana. This is corpse pose, where after all that hard work, all you have to do is lay here and rest and continue to breathe. Allow yourself to sink into the earth. Maybe you can visualize yourself laying back on that grass just like we were before. Inhale and exhale. Let your head relax and seep further into the earth. Let go of your jaw. We hold so much tension in our jaw. Just let it relax. Peel your tongue off of the roof of your mouth and let that relax. Allow those shoulders to sink in. Allow your chest, your back, your belly to just rise and fall naturally. Try to let go of any tension you feel. Release those hips, your glutes and thighs. Your calves do so much work to support you. Let them relax. Relax your ankles. Let your feet just fold open slowly. And relax the toes. And as you're laying here completely relaxed, I want you to visualize that person you were so grateful for earlier. Thank them for joining you with your practice. And on an exhale, let them go. You can stay here for as long as you'd like.